So I'm going to the new camping place. And I wanted you to get a look at, this is the road I'm on. Headed to the Jackson Island. It's also in Ray County. Okay, here we are, Jackson Island.
In a half mile, turn right onto McCabe Road.
And now I leave the pavement and I am on stones. Gravel road, a gravel road. There is a gate there, I guess. I don't know why they use the gate, but the rest will be gravel road. So let's see how far it is. Not very far at all. I can see the water from here. And every site is a water site, so I'm told. And it's more level than the Ray Springs. However, there are no amenities whatsoever here. There's no water. Oh, I think there's 2 porta potties, but there's no water, and there's no showers and no bathrooms. Well, the porta potties. So let me see if I can find me a nice space to pull in. So there's a racetrack right here by this camp I'm staying at, and I could hear the cars racing, you know, like stock car racing or whatever last night. And it turns out my neighbor here, right near me where I'm camping, he was in there, he was out there, Dusty 21, racing last night. I don't know how he did, but did you win?
No, I got 5th last night.
5th place?
Yeah.
Cool. So there's a storm coming in. You can see it right up here. And here's where I'm camped, right by the lake here. But it's packed here. But however, the storm is coming in and the wind is kicking up. You can see it. Look at the wind kicking up. It's gonna start raining and pouring here probably any second. A lot of people are like throwing their stuff together to get out of Dodge and move to cut their camp into. Oh, and it's a cold breeze. So I'm gonna pull my chair in and well, it's raining. I can hear the thundering, but rushing to get their chairs in, and oh goodness. I feel bad for them because it's just the last day of the weekend, you know. And then try having to put this stuff down and put your tents in and your canopies in, and they're all wet and they're not dry, and then you gotta worry about having some place to open them all up and dry them up again so they don't mold. Doing anything in a rush makes you feel totally unorganized. Oh, that stinks. Can you see the steam coming off the water? Wow. I guess that's why they call it the Smoky Mountains. But some people threw their trash in the water. What a shame. So I decided to come and check this little spot out, which is actually a pretty cool spot. Well, I wouldn't want to be near the porta potty because everybody comes down here to go to the bathroom. But, and this is like, there's the road coming in. But actually, you can see here, it's very private. You can back your rig in, or even not back your rig in and then go be under the trees. But I wouldn't want to be underneath the trees because of all the bugs. But yeah, people left their garbage there. What they didn't clean up was no big deal. I picked it all up. I got a big garbage bag. I picked up my camp and the one next to it. And I started to do the next one over where the mom is just now setting up those 2 tents with her boys. They just pulled up. But there's a poop tank over there. So they actually left their poop tank. Really? Poop bucket with a lid on it. They left it there. And realistically, if it had the metal handle around it, I would have picked it up and walked it over to the trash, which wasn't that far away. But it didn't have a handle on it. I wasn't risking picking it up and dropping it and having somebody else poop all over me. But then, okay, so here is the other one along the side of the road. Now, I watched this man that was here when I first came. This is nice and clean. He all cleaned up everything. I watched him weed whack the grass to clear his spot. And he just pulled his car right up here. It was like a little SUV. And he pulled it up here and camped right here on the side of the road with his own little access. Pretty cool. I actually, originally when I got here, I parked in this middle stretch of grass because there was no place else to park. This park goes all the way down and loops around down there in a tree wooded area. Right now I am parked right in the middle of the roadway, this circle roadway that goes around here. But I don't care. And the reason I don't care is because there's plenty of access they can access over at this road to get in there. Or I've already been on this grassy knoll, or whatever you want to call it. That's no problem driving on it. They could go around me if they need to. But they can access the other way. I wasn't going to get stuck in the mud, and nobody else is here. So that's just the way it is, because there's other people doing the same thing. Not that I'm going to be like other people, but it is the best scenario for me right now because of all the rain that came through. I wasn't going to get stuck in the mud, and I didn't want a tree falling on me. I didn't want to get struck by lightning because of this power pole either, or have a wire get struck and me get arcs on top of my car. So I moved right there. Anyway, this beautiful house sitting up there. I guess there's a really fancy subdivision over there. Yeah. But this really isn't that bad of a place. Originally, when I came in here, I thought, oh my God, this place sucks. But now that I'm here and I'm set up, I like it. It's not as nice as the other place I was at. But if you get here early enough and find yourself a niche and set up your camp, it's actually, it's okay. It's pretty nice. I guess it used to be nicer. The reason I was told by one of the people here is the reason that it looks so trashy right now is because they had the races last night. So anytime there's an event, this place gets swamped with people that come in for the event. They camp for free. What a nice little setup. Isn't that nice for her and her boys? Very cool. Little table. You got chairs and a table with an umbrella. Very cool setup. And those boys look like they're so happy. And they're looking in the poop bucket. But new people are coming. And there's a father and mother and little kids with their little scamp. And they have their little potty tent all set up. But they have a scamp. It's really cute. So, this is where I am. It's a peninsula, an island. I have water on both sides of me. Water to the left of me. Water to the right. Here I am. Hanging out and camping again. That's my camp. Danny's inside. So how do I find these cool, neat camping spaces? Oh, I forgot to tell you, this camping space is 14 days free camping in Tennessee. And it's TVA land. Not BLM, TVA. So people don't mention that they know anything about TVA. TVA is Tennessee Valley Authority. And they have a lot of camping areas that you can find for free or very low cost. And how did I find this place? I found it on the app called Boondocking. I'm going to show it for you right here. Boondocking. I followed up by checking it out also on freecampsites.net. Right. So those are two of the apps I use. Freecampsites.net, Boondocking, Campodium, and of course many times I just Google free camping. I also am a member of and an affiliate for Boondockers Welcome, $50 a year. I'm also a member of Harvest Host. I also have just recently joined 1,000 Trails. Those are just a few of the sources that I have to find my camping spaces. I look at water management areas and wildlife management areas, the national parks, the National Forestry, the Army Corps of Engineers. There's a lot of places that you can get camping for discounted rates. Another good source is Creativity RV. She's got some great sources and research that she's already done for you, and you can access those. Check out her channel. Oh, and let's go try the results of my ice cream. So I saw this great keto ice cream recipe and I wanted to really try it. It looked really good and it looked really easy, and it's great for the nomad life. What you do is you start out with some heavy cream and some vanilla extract and baking cocoa and also a sweetener. In my case, I'm going to use stevia. You can use monk fruit, whatever. So you start out with, I use the balls jars, and that's the way I saw it. Mine are the small ones because I'm only going to make small portions. I have a half a cup of heavy cream, or just over very smidgen over half a cup of heavy cream in each jar. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract to both jars. They have a stevia conversion chart on the back of their jar, but I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of stevia to each jar. And last but not least, I'm going to add the cocoa, I don't know, however you pronounce it. And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon to each. Okay. Jar. If you wanted to add nuts, you could add nuts if you're going to make some kind of rocky road okay. So then once you do that, you're going to put the lids on them. So we're going to put the lid on each one real nice and tight. And after you have the lid on nice and tight, you're going to shake these suckers. Now, the big reason I like the smaller jar is I can hold it just like this and shake the you-know-what out of them. Okay, so we're going to shake it really good. Remember, it's whipping cream. You want to shake it. Hang on, I want to shake it some more. Okay, so I shook them up real good, and you're going to have to keep shaking them. So like, because I made them small and I didn't make the 2-cup recipe, which is the recipe that I originally saw, that I broke down to a smaller size, you know, so smaller recipe. Because I did that, it's probably not going to take as long, and so it may take only 2 hours instead of 3 hours or 4 hours if I used a 2-cup recipe. And the thing is that you can't just put them in the refrigerator and forget it. You have to go back and shake them. Otherwise, just the outside is going to freeze first, and in the middle you're just going to have the heavy whipping cream. You want it to be well shaken and turn into ice cream. So I would say every half an hour, because this is a smaller jar and it will freeze faster, every half hour you should go in to the freezer and shake them up. And do that a few times until they're totally frozen. I mean, and then after they're frozen and you've already got your ice cream and you're not eating it all and you're just going to have it in the freezer, you've already shaken them, and it should be done to your liking for you to store it for another day. And you can eat these things for breakfast if you want. If you want to stay on your keto, you can eat them for breakfast if you're a big ice cream person. You know, why not? If you got a diet, you might as well be doing it with something you really like. All right, I'm going to go put them in the freezer, and I'll let you see my results when they're done. Okay, so I have the finished product for my ice cream, my keto ice cream. Here it is. Yum, yum. Yep, all frozen up. Nothing in there shaking. I'm going to open it up, and it's raining. So let's open it up. Okay, the cap is still stuck on there. Ooh, sealed tight. From shaking it so much, it's got, you can see the ice cream right here. It's off. Ooh. I could become addicted to this. I like this better than regular ice cream. It really turned out good. And I'm really excited about it. Tastes so creamy.
And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down.